On today's adventure, we're in Knoxville, Tennessee to bring you on a tour of Zoo Knoxville. You'll be joining us to see both otters and gorillas be fed and check out all of the other animals around the zoo, such as the red pandas, tigers, lions, gibbons, beavers, and much more. We'll be finding a number of different dinosaurs and different giant predators during their Planet Predator exhibit throughout the zoo, as we also show you all of the food options and play areas inside. So, without further ado, let the adventure begin. So we've just parked at the zoo, which it's $5 to park. Let's go up to the ticket booth real quick. I'll show you how much tickets cost at this zoo. Here's a look at the ticket prices. You're welcome to pause the video. And the zoo is open every day from 9 to 4. It's about 10:20 right now as we're heading in. Now that we're through the front entrance and they scanned our tickets, Micah, you think we should rent one of these? No. Well, you could, and it's a pay-as-you-go. Looks like $5 to start, and it's 35 cents a minute. You could either get, is that like a dinosaur, a bear, or a lion? Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay.
We've got our regular map they gave us, and right now they're doing the Planet Predator. So they gave us that map as well.
You're welcome to bring your own stroller, or you can rent one here along with a wheelchair. Here's the cost of the rentals. So part of their Planet Predator has this giant animated bear above Black Bear Falls. Let's go in and see if we can catch any black bears out right now. So we can see one who's sleeping off in the distance. So perhaps we'll check in at Black Bear Falls one more time before we leave to see if the black bears are a little more active later in the day. And from the black bears, there are a number of different paths that you can take. I think last time we went past the food truck here on the left and headed towards the tigers. You can also go down this direction. And at 11 o'clock, they're supposed to be doing something here with the otters. So we don't want to venture off too far. We're going to try to catch the otters in just a little bit. So we're going to go inside the Arc Center building here. Oh, well, thank you, sir. I think the sloths are right around here. These things sleep like our cats in all weird, awkward positions. He's got one hand up on his little basket. West African dwarf crocodile habitat. This guy's just taking a little afternoon siesta. So as we enter into the snake area. Ooh, Ethiopian mountain viper. I would hate to stumble across this guy on a trail. And you've got a pit viper hanging up on the top area. And I would say with that one and pretty much anything in this room, I would not be excited to run into in the wild. This makes me think of the movie Predator, which is a classic Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. Could you come up with one line from that movie?
Run to the chopper.
No, not run to the chopper. It's get to the chopper. Get to the chopper. Get down.
It's been a while.
Yeah. Micah, what's a snake's favorite subject in school?
I know.
You give up?
Yes.
History. I thought it was hysterical. So this section of the zoo has a number of different snakes, all sorts of different reptiles, amphibians that you can see and learn about in a number of different interactive ways. Micah just created a snake named Asher that he was able to email to himself some information on and see come alive here on these screens. See what else we can find. Yeah, these are fun as a video editor. It's fun to do this when when you are editing a video, to kind of mess around with different slow motions. I think this is the coolest enclosure in this room that has a reticulated python up on the shelf. It also has a frog, Micah. Can you spot the frog? Did you hear about the frog?
Which one
that had his car towed. Oh, I messed up the joke. I gave you the punchline and the question. Never mind. It's almost otter time, so we're gonna go check out the turtles real quick. Super cool door handles. So lots of interactive elements that kids can see what the different types of turtle shells look like, feel like, and see if you can spot any turtles out here in this area. So now that we've checked out the Ark building with all the different reptiles and amphibians, we're gonna head to an otter area over here.
So we have 3 otters in this exhibit. This exhibit was opened in 2021. Our 3 boys are Reed, Clayton, and Pascal. We also have another river otter here at the zoo. Her name is Mayhem. She lives up by Kids Cove. So these boys are trained to do some basic behaviors. It helps us take care of their bodies, make sure they're healthy. If he takes it in the pool, he's just probably going to play with it, but he did eat it. You can't tell right now, but these boys wrestle almost all day. So we are constantly wanting to make sure they're not actually hurting each other. No? Good. So just simple training. I'm asking him cues. We have both verbal and hand cues. And then whenever he does it right, I can bridge him with good, and then he gets his treat. These boys get fed 4 times a day, so the other 2 aren't getting up right now, but they'll get enough food throughout the day. Otters are actually really good at regulating themselves, so they're not really going to eat if they're not hungry.
So now that we've learned a lot about their 3 male otters here and otters in general, we're gonna go for a little loop, starting with the red panda village. Yeah, I think you can go in the door. They have both a super cute face and yet very large talons, as Napoleon Dynamite would say. Oh, he's coming this way. Maybe? Unsure? I know we've seen red pandas here and in the National Zoo, but I think every time I've seen them, they've not been moving around like this, so it really is highlighting as he's gripping those talons into what he's walking on. Got a little indoor red panda village. I think last time we were here, I just saw them all kind of hiding their claws as they were just taking a nap like this. There's 2 up here moving around as well. A little more active than I remember last time we saw them. I mean, there's your classic giant panda. I will say, they are pretty cute. Look at that face. So you got a red panda area. You can view them in a number of different places here. And we've got our own little red panda over here, climbing around. I think we should go check out some of the monkeys over here, or gibbons, I should say. We've got a neat little tree house area that is wheelchair accessible to come up to here. Oh, I see a gibbon. He's up there swinging around, Micah. Look at this guy, Micah. So they're waiting to open up the outside for their food. Look how he moves. It's incredible. A fun little bridge we can cross, and it enables you to get pretty close to the gibbons when they are out, as somebody is shaking the bridge a little bit right now. You can be a monkey yourself up here in this tree house. Looks like the zookeepers are actually setting out some food for them, and we'll let them out in the main enclosure in just a little bit. As we're working our way down on the treehouse, we notice we're on the other backside of the tiger enclosure area. So he is hanging out down here. Let's walk down and see if we can get a little closer. It's a beautiful big cat. Oh! Oh, did you hear that? If I heard that sound in the wild, I'd be pretty nervous. From the tiger, Micah wanted to come up here and check out his reach, as a gibbon can have up to a 6-foot reach, which is absolutely incredible. So it sounds like the tiger might be eating soon. I know the gibbons are about to eat, but Micah is getting pretty hungry. We're gonna go find something to eat and continue on. So we were gonna try Al's Rocking Cantina, but it's closed. I think it was closed last time we were here. So let's see what else we can find. They have a zoo chew train. Looks like it's about $4 a ride. Got another predator here on the corner. Looks like a T-Rex that the kids can hop on and take a photo. And a number of miniature donkeys over here. There's a hot dog place we could grab food at, but I think we're gonna head towards Africa, is where we ate last time. And they have their Soaring Eagle zip line. It's like $13 a ride. So you could ride on their zip line or hop in one of their Jeeps here like Micah did. You know the classic line from Jurassic Park? Must go faster. We now enter into the area of elephants, and rhinos are up on the left. I don't think the elephants are in this area. It looks like they're doing some work on their enclosure. We've come to the rhino area. I do see one up on the left. See if we can get a little closer for you. He's just kind of hanging over in that spot at the moment. You could also see the rhinos from this little rhino deck observation area. So they normally have elephants over here, but it looks like it's where they'll be moving the rhinos in 2025 at their White Rhino Conservation Center. So that would explain why there's no elephants out over here and why they're doing lots of work. But I see where we're trying to get to for lunch, which is the Safari Smokehouse. And as far as what they serve here and their pricing, here's a look at their sandwiches and more, along with their sides. And here's their cub meals, beverages, and I do serve some beer at this location. You're welcome to bring your own food. There's lots of seating, as some of the people we're with are all enjoying lunch. We just grabbed some chicken and fries since we had not brought something, but let's go down the path over here. I see some giraffes up ahead. As we work our way up to the giraffe observation tower, have a kids splash pad area over here. See if we can see the giraffes a little better. I would assume because of low crowds, they're not doing giraffe feedings today, but if they were, you could come up here and feed them. So I did ask, and the splash pad doesn't close on a particular date. It's just weather dependent. And right by the splash pad, they do have a changing area and some restrooms back here as we head over towards the lions, I think, are back here. Oh, I see lions. It's the Valley of Kings. Looks like you've got Nala and Simba. I don't know what the real names are, but they're doing exactly what we're doing right now, which is enjoying this beautiful weather here in Knoxville, Tennessee. You got a lion on the ground and a lion up on this perch, taking a little cat nap for the day. We also see a baboon in this area, but he's taking a nap right now, so not too much to see. So we're gonna keep working around the zoo. So from the lions and the giraffes, we've made it up to the rhino observation deck, and we have a Rugop dinosaur here, a little animatronic. But we're gonna take a right and go through the heart of Africa. Brie just checked the schedule, and the lions get fed in about an hour, so maybe we'll work back there. Got the chimpanzee area, which I don't see any chimpanzees from this glass area. Let's see if we can go up to the left and spot any. We're not spotting any of the chimpanzees today. They must be inside at the moment. So we're checking out some of the permanent fixtures around the zoo. And again, this is one of the areas they may change out over time. Right now it has some how do you pronounce this one? Coelophysis. These guys are hanging out over here. Here's the inside area. It's like everybody's just taking naps with this nice weather. So you're able to come up and see these guys hanging out here. This guy's munching on something at the moment. Let's see if we can spot one of the gorillas over here.
Banjo's 26, Hope is 41, and then Miss Obi is 9 years old. They kind of know at this point that whenever we come out here to talk that they're going to get fed, all those sorts of things.
Oh, there it goes.
There you go.
She's dropping down food
Peppers, I can't tell
from the top.
But so they'll get lunch and small meal. They'll get this every single day. If they do decide that, yep, you know, she's a mature gorilla now. Wow, she just took that right from her mom. That was very rude.
So the one thing I did catch as she's explaining a little bit about gorillas is apparently once you're over 40 as a gorilla, you're considered a geriatric. So basically in gorilla years, we're geriatric. Got some other African animals in this area, including I think it's pronounced diker. Got another dinosaur around the corner here. I think this guy spits water, but they might have pulled back how far he can spit. From the dinosaur, we have some African painted dogs over here. Like most animals today, these guys are just kind of relaxing, taking a little nap. You can get it pretty close to them. We saw some gibbons earlier, and there are some more gibbons in this area right by the painted dogs. You can see the splash pad we walked by earlier. As we come around the corner, we're back at the area that we had lunch. Last time we came to this dinosaur, we took a right to the chimpanzees and gorillas. We're gonna take a left towards the red wolves. We walk up on the rhino viewing deck and see if the rhino has moved at all. I don't see the rhino, but we'll have to come back next year when they do open up the new white rhino conservation area. So we've made it to the red wolves enclosure area. Here comes one of the wolves. And another one behind. I see a really cool predator up ahead. Correction, I see two really cool predators up ahead, with the first one being the megalodon. Micus, ready? Say, shark bait, ooh ha ha. And just beyond the megalodon, you've got the gigantosaurus. And from this dinosaur, I hear another predator right around the corner through the tunnel. Let's go see what that one is. And they have a titanoboa over here. I definitely hate to roll up on this guy in the forest. Let's see what this mystery predator is through the tunnel. You hear it, Micah? Almost sounds like a pig squealing. It is not a pig. Oh, it's caught like a little horse or something. A terror bird. Looks like a mutated chicken. Hey, don't mess with that thing. We've got all these different signs around of the different predators in this little walkway area. Look at the giant bear. There's a comparison to a modern day gray wolf and a dire wolf, which would be a much bigger species. Here's a little animatronic of the dire wolf. As we work our way across this bridge back to the front, there's definitely a lot of construction going on. So we'll have to come back next year when this new area is completed and opens up and show you what it's like down here. But I see yet another predator. It's a Carnotaurus. Yeah, he's just frustrated. He can't reach anything with those arms. Yeah, his nose is itching. He just can't reach the nose. I would be pretty frustrated about that too. So we've made it back to the front, and we're gonna do one last little loop in this area we didn't go through before. We've made it back to the gibbons area. They're out moving around now. Got some owls in this area. They're a little hard to see right now. And another predator over here to the right, which looks like it's called a megalania. A big giant lizard. We saw the male otters up at the very front. Back here is where they're currently keeping the female otter or otters. Is it more than one or just one? Just one. So let's go see if we can spot her. Well, we're not seeing her on this visit, but perhaps we'll catch her next time. I can hear lots of construction going on as we come to this dead end. So this is where they keep the extra toucans and crane over here for all their construction needs. But we're actually gonna head back to the front. Well, let's work our way over to the bird area that you can go into and actually feed the birds. Got another giant dinosaur over here. The Delta Dromeus, I think is how you pronounce it. And you've got the tortoise trail on this side.
Sneak up on me right
Yeah, he's right here. Yeah, there are some off in the distance. And this guy right here. I'm amazed how he climbed up on this rock.
Very slowly.
Yes, very slowly indeed. This guy in the distance is trying to cross the side like, you got it, buddy. Keep going. Somebody give him a push. Anybody? Congrats on beating the hare. I've heard all about it many times. They have the barn loft here, which has some owls, but we're trying to catch up with our daughters, as well as a little carousel that you can take a ride on for $4. So we could continue to the left to go back to the front entrance, which we'll be doing when we exit in a moment. There's also a restaurant right here that I'll show you what is on their menu and what it's like inside. Let's head down this little walkway to the petting zoo area and kids playgrounds. One thing the video can't convey is how pleasant it smells around these two guys. We can't head into the petting zoo today, but if it was, you could come in here and feed all of these goats and sheep in this area. Well, hey there. They all have that feed me look to their eyes, waiting for someone to bring them some food. Around the corner, got a kids play area, which includes a little sandbox area and a playground area with a number of slides and climbing elements. They have a beaver who's out and about at the moment, right next to the bird area, which is not open at the moment, but you can go in here and you can feed the birds if you buy some food. We did this last year and the kids had fun as you would get swarmed with birds. We found one more beaver outside of the water. He is really working on an itch in his back leg. These tails that they have are amazing. Now that we're back at the Bistro's Cuisine restaurant, let me take you inside and show you the menu. So here's a look at their stir fry as well as their sides. They do have a kids menu and some burgers and more. Here's a look at the beverages and the beer that they serve at this restaurant. I just wanted to give you a quick look at what they have on their menu if you're looking to grab some lunch while you're here at Zoo Knoxville. They do have a Langers exhibit. That one is closed down at the moment as they're doing some maintenance on it. It's another viewing area of the tiger we saw earlier. We've got another predator dinosaur right around the corner here up front. I think this is a great visual at the tiger enclosure showing that they can jump up to 15 feet. Thus, the enclosure has to have that, I'm sure, as a minimum height at certain points. We've got a saber tooth over here by the front of the zoo. There is an indoor viewing area for the tigers, but since we've already seen the tiger, and so from the tiger area down the path to the left, we have made it back to the front where we started our day here at the zoo. I think we should see if we can catch the black bears one more time out and about. This time, let's go in the tunnel here and see if we can spot any. Well, we don't see the bear, but this is a really neat tree trunk to go walking through in little tiny holes that your little ones can crawl into and try to look for the black bear. Very cool. And as we exit through the store, they have all sorts of different zoo merchandise, souvenirs that you can pick up. But that's gonna wrap up our day at Zoo Knoxville. I hope you guys have enjoyed coming along with us on this little walkthrough. If you did, hit that thumbs up button down below. Let us know in the comments, have you ever been to this zoo, or what zoo would you like to see us go to here in the Southeast United States? If you've made it this far in the video, we thank God for you. Until next time, we'll see you on the next adventure.